Rachna and I'm back with a new lesson. In today's lesson, I'm going to teach you how to use conditional sentences with the word if. Now, a lot of people get confused when we start a sentence with if, what are the kind of verbs that follow and why so. So today I'm going to take you through 4 conditional sentences and see how we can use them in our daily conversation. Okay, so let's look at some sentences here. The first type of conditional sentence is a zero conditional sentence. Now, we call this a zero conditional sentence because we use it for scientific facts or general truths, things that you cannot change and always remain the same. Okay, so I have 2 examples here for you. We'll go through each of them. In my first example, if you boil water to 100 degrees Celsius, it boils. Now, well friends, if you notice, I have used a present form of the verb because it is a scientific fact. It does not change. So, whenever you boil water to 100 degrees, it boils. Now, instead of if, you can even use when. So, I can say when you boil water to 100 degrees Celsius, it boils. Okay. In my next example, if you wear a sunblock, you don't get a tan. Again, this is a general truth. We all wear sunblock to avoid getting a tan. So, if you wear, again, the verb is in the present, alright. And in the second part of the sentence, you don't get. Now, this is a present tense but a negative sentence. So, you don't get a tan. Please do not say you won't get a tan. Grammatically, it wouldn't be wrong, but because it is a general truth, always keep it in the present tense. Alright, I hope the zero conditional type of sentences are clear to you. Let's move on to the next one, the first conditional. Now, in the first conditional type of sentences, we talk about something in the present or something that is probable in the future. Okay, so in my first example, if mother knows, we are in serious trouble. Now, probably you've done something, all you siblings, and you're a little scared. So, if mother knows, now this is a conditional if. Probably she doesn't know, but if she knows, we're using the present tense, we are in serious trouble. So, again, you have a present tense. So, something that is prevailing now, if she knows, it's conditional. Obviously, if she doesn't know, you're not going to be in any trouble. So, we use if when you're making a condition. So, in the present tense or something that is happening right now or prevailing in the present, you say if mother knows, we are in serious trouble. Okay. Now, in my next example, if you study seriously, you'll pass the test. Now, well, again, this is a condition because if you don't study, obviously you're not going to clear your exams. So, if you study seriously, you will pass the test. So, if you do this now, the probable future result will be you will pass the test. Now, friends, please remember one thing. Whenever you start a sentence using if, you never use the immediate verb in the future. Okay. I cannot say if you will study seriously, you will pass. A lot of people make this common error. So, remember the immediate verb after if, well, in this sentence it is study. Never use the future. So, you say if you study seriously, the latter part of the sentence can come in the future tense, no problem. Alright, so I hope the zero conditional and the first conditional types are clear. I'm going to take you through the next 2 conditional type of sentences. So now let's take a look at the next conditional sentence. We call it the second conditional. Well, we use this when we talk about a hypothetical situation, something that's unreal, you imagine, and of course it's not possible for it to happen. So something that is not real, you imagine, or something that is hypothetical, probably it could just be a vague idea, you use the second conditional. Now, I have 2 sentences here for you. Let's see what form of the verb we use in the second conditional. If I won a lottery, I would buy a Ferrari. You have general conversations, if I do this, if I do that. But something that is again very imaginary or unreal, you always take the verb in the past tense or what we call the second form. This is because it is not something that is prevailing in the present or probably it won't even happen in the future. So, we use the word in the second form. So, if I won, I would buy. Not I will buy, you take it in the past, I would buy a Ferrari. Okay. In my next example, if I became the president, I would make a lot of changes. Well, you know, a little boy in a school says, you know, when I grow up, if I became, or even now when he talks about it right now, of course, he's too small, he's not qualified to be a president. He says, if I became the president, I would make a lot of changes. Something that is unreal, okay, it's imaginary, it's just an idea that he's talking about. So he says, if I became, past form, I would make. Again, he will not say I will make, I would make. You take the verb in the past form. So friends, remember when you're using a second conditional, which means something that is imaginary or unreal, you always put the verb in the second form after if. And of course, even in the following sentence, like you see here, the verbs are in the past form. Alright. Okay, now I'm going to bring about a small comparison between the first conditional and the second conditional, and I hope this is going to even make the session even more clearer. Okay, now in my comparison, I've taken the same sentence and I've put, if I become the president, I will make. Now if you go to see the structure, this is taken from the first conditional, where something that is probable in the future. Now a presidential candidate who has or who is qualified to be a president can make this statement, because probably next month he does stand a chance of becoming the president. So something that is probable in the future, he can say this. Okay, so this is the difference between the first conditional and the second conditional. Here a little boy says, because he is not qualified, it's unreal, it's imaginary. Here in the first conditional, a presidential candidate who has the potential of becoming a president uses this kind of structure. Alright, I hope the first three types are clear. Now I'm going to take you through the last type of conditional sentences using if. Okay, we use the third conditional when we talk about something in the past. The time frame has gone, you did something or you didn't do something, and hence there is a consequence to your action. Okay, so I have two examples. If you had worn a sunblock, okay, probably last week you were at the beach and you didn't wear a sunblock, so you've got a tan. I tell you, if you had worn. Now when I say if you had worn, that means you didn't do this, you hadn't worn a sunblock. So here we take the past perfect tense, that is had, okay, with the verb in the third form, or what we call the past participle. So you have wear, wore, worn. So if you had worn a sunblock, you wouldn't have gotten a tan. Okay, so here in the second part of the sentence, you say would with have and the verb in the past participle, so you wouldn't have gotten a tan. Now why am I using wouldn't have? Because you're talking about something that happened in the past, you didn't wear this, and so this is a result or a consequence of something that you didn't do. Please remember, this is completely in the past, the time frame has gone, the action of doing or not doing is just over, it's not going to come back. So something that's in the past you did or didn't do, and as a result we use the third conditional, that is if had plus past participle with would have gotten a tan. Now using the negative depends on the situation. Like let's take a look at the second example. If you hadn't warned me. Okay, so when I say if, conditional if means you did warn me, right? So if you hadn't warned me, again the past had plus the past participle, that's your verb in the third form. Okay, I would have told mother about your test results. So probably you came up to me and told me, please don't tell mom that I have not cleared my exam. So you warned me. Okay, but if you didn't, if you hadn't, okay, this would have been the result. I would have told mother about your results. Okay, I hope the third conditional is very clear to you. Again, this is for something that happened completely in the past, the time frame has gone. Remember to use your verbs correctly. Had plus verb in the third form. That's your past perfect because we're talking about something that is completely in the past. And would have or wouldn't have depending on the situation with the verb in the third form. That's the past participle. Alright, friends, this brings me to the end of this lesson. I hope you enjoyed watching this lesson. I'm sure a lot of your doubts will now get clear. And please do put in your comments and queries if any. I'll be back soon with a new lesson. Till then, take care and bye.